Never. I've always got it out of a can, but now we're gonna make it homemade. So, get your pen and paper. You can write it down, the recipe. You can make it at home. This is probably the best tomato soup, healthy you've ever eaten.
Oh, it's without question. Well, you see, you've got fresh, natural tomatoes. You got summer squash, parsley, celery. People want cream. I'm going to show you how to make.
And that's what it's all about. We here at the Gospel Channel, we want to make sure that not only do we just bring the gospel and a way of life that's spiritually healthy, we want to also just change a little bit, and bring in some good healthy eating that we can apply it and know the scriptures and just put them all together, like a little recipe.
Like make a nice package.
Yeah.
You know.
Like a package of the gospel, eating right and making it all work good. And
so what we want to do here is I'm going to make this cream of tomato soup.
Okay.
And you know what a lot of people do better when they get celery? They get the celery and
I leave it in a celery bag and throw it in the fridge.
And throw it. Yeah, I did too for the longest time. Then one day, the bag ripped or something on me. I forgot what happened. And so I put it in one of these newspaper bags.
I said, okay.
Okay. And then I put a little water in it, as you see.
Okay.
And that'll keep that fresh for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Easy.
It won't be limpy and soft.
Right. And then therefore, when you take it out and you cut it, it's fresh. Do this kind of thing. And what we want to do is let's take a tomato.
Okay.
Let's take the biggest one to get it off the plate. And we're going to gut the stem end out of it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you need yourself a Vitamix.
A Vitamix. How about a blender?
Let's get a blender.
Blender, okay.
Blender will do it. Vitamix is always very good. And what we're going to do...
The difference is?
Well, they're just much more high-powered and everything.
Okay.
We're going to cut the tomato down. Like so, okay? 4 pieces.
Okay. Good.
Okay. We're going to cut one more.
Cut the little stem out.
Stem end out, right? You're going to cut down, watch your fingers. Very sharp knives, look at this. You just, down it goes, over. Drop again.
Good.
Now, we're going to take the celery.
Okay.
And we're going to just do like so. Forget about that much of it. Let's put this back in the bag. I want to get those out of there. And let's put this back on the top. You put a little air in it.
Okay.
You take this. And
put a little air, huh?
Yep.
And water.
And the water. Now we've got that if you want to put that somewhere. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this celery, take it all like so, throw it in.
Okay.
And celery has natural sodium in there that your body really needs, okay? Now let's take the third tomato.
Also, celery is a good hydrating vegetable, right?
Very. And
good.
Especially now if you're out in the weather a lot, you definitely want to have a lot of hydration. You're going to take this tomato one more time like so.
Okay.
Like so.
Great. Now we are ready to...
How much simpler. Now let's take a little bit of herbs. This is oregano, basil, and a little bit of sea salt. We're just going to put just about, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon in there, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to let you take that home with you so that you'll have a little something to deal with, all right?
Okay.
Now, we're going to put the lid on.
Okay.
And we're going to turn the machine on. You're going to put it down.
All right.
And over it comes, all right? Now, I've got the mixer. And you're going to turn, watch your ears, please. And after 15 seconds, we're going to cut it off for a minute. See, it tells you 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay?
What happens to you 20 seconds?
Well, I just 15 because it's already where we need
For
it.
me. Oh, wow. It's like a
Puree.
smoothie or something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to put, this is our little handy, we got some right here.
Oh, okay. And this is going to be
This
what?
is cashews and almonds. We want to make it very creamy.
Okay.
Okay. Just like so. And you pull it down, throw it in the blender.
Okay.
And you got a little bit left here in the portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now put that back on the top like so.
Okay.
And we just blend this real slow. Now let's put this on a very slow speed just to get it, uh-oh, has to be set down. Just to where it mixes. Okay, now, if you would, Brother Stacy.
Now this is for people that have diabetes or
Oh gosh, yes. Anything at all.
you know, maybe high blood pressure. You know, you don't want a lot of salt content. A lot of these things in the soups and cans are sodium filled, right?
Oh, they're pathetic.
So if you have a high blood pressure, sodium problems, or diabetes, and you like tomato soup, you know, this is what you got to do.
Yes.
And it's probably like just look at that. Wow. And you can heat that up too, can't you?
Well, I wouldn't,
Okay.
because it'll just, you could if you wanted to, but what we've decided to do is put in little bowls like so,
Mm-hmm.
and if you let me have the other one,
There you go.
thank you, and just pour it in like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've got, I don't want to shortchange Philip in there, so let's fill
Yeah.
his right up.
I should bring him out here and try this first.
Hey, that wouldn't be a bad
That'd be
idea.
great.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's put this over here for a
Okay.
moment. Now, a couple things we want to do before he gets out here. Let's take each one of these. I'm going to move this blender off to the side.
Okay. There you go. Great.
Now, let's do this.
Okay. We're done with this.
Correct. Now, you want to take yourself a cabbage grater,
Okay.
and you're going to do this number.
And what are we doing now?
Just kind of decorating it up a little
that's
bit,
pretty there. Look at that.
you know?
Wow, that looks really decorative, like a little Christmas
Yeah.
tomato juice.
Yes. Now, we're going to even get better here in a second.
Okay. Add a little, nothing's, can't have Christmas, without a little greenery.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Now we're going to have a little bit of,
Now, what I'm going to do here, we're going to blend one more. We got about, this is about 2 ounces, okay? And fresh whole grain, not whole grain, but whole, unsalted, raw cashews.
yeah,
And
as if you want, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right?
Yeah, right on. You want to grind these up real good?
Yeah.
Now, if you let me have that little soup. Good. And we're going to scrape with a little bit that's left on the bottom out.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Ready to go.
we're ready to go. Now, what we want to do,
Is
there you
sieve it a
go.
little bit, huh? Wow, look at that. Wow.
And put a little piece of parsley on the top there,
Yep, there you
and you got yourself an incredible
go. Wow.
soup. Now, let's do one more.
And Philip is he does all the technical stuff here, the filming and all that stuff here, and all
And
the,
without Philip,
all the,
most of this stuff would never be
wouldn't do it,
accomplished.
Wouldn't do it.
And enjoy.
Oh, that looks good.
Now, doesn't that just look good, man?
Wow, that looks good.
And it's going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to call Philip in here.
That sounds great.
For all
Here
you
it comes.
ladies that want to see what good food is going to do for you,
I
check
thought
out
you was
this
gonna-
young man here.
I thought you were going to say, oh, they're going to see Philip. He's a handsome guy.
Oh, he is. If I had his looks for 3 hours, boy, would he come home tired.
Here he comes.
All right,
Come on
Philip.
in, Philip.
Come on in, buddy. And to me, from you, enjoy. This is going to be delicious. Brother Stacy, there you go.
Will.
And what we want to do, guys, get a little
You can even go prost on that, see?
Not bad, huh?
No, actually really good. Surprisingly.
You know, that's simple, that quick, but it's perfect, isn't it?
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah. And the flavors are blended well together. The celery gives it that salty flavor.
It's nice.
The
You know, you can eat this cold. It tastes great cold too.
Now, you can be young, you can be old, but let me tell you this. If we get this, what we feed our kids before they're 18 is infinitely better than what they're going to eat for the next 50 years. So feed your kids the best. We talked about that on one of our shows together, about how do we get our kids to shop smarter and eat smarter and better.
Right.
And if we go ahead and feed them the first 18 years great stuff, they could almost junk out for the rest of their life and live a lot longer
That's true.
than people who junked out till they're 18
Right.
and then ate good food after.
Because they're gonna have eaten bad food anyway. So.
But isn't this delicious?
It is very good. You know, surprisingly delicious.
Good. And
That's why I had Philip try it first.
how true.
I'll use him as a guinea pig.
Yeah, hey man, we're responsible to our kids, right?
I taught my kids when we was growing up, they had to try everything, and they've always had that. So, and we'd go off to different places, and they have to eat whatever they have to eat. And when people's homes, they have to eat what people's house had made.
Yes, and you know the line used to be,
Have to eat their home, have to eat everything.
Eat what's put in front of you.
That's exactly right.
You know?
And they learn to eat different foods.
Yeah.
This is great. You know, this is something you can make at home, very nice, very easy, and very fresh. It's very fresh. And it's surprisingly, people would say, "Oh, no," but when they eat it, they'll say, "Wow."
Yeah, I've never had anybody say they didn't like it. Very
No.
quick. It
Yeah.
took us, what would you say, 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah.
to do that whole thing. And everything that I prepare, I made all of this for me. I was so sick.
And the nuts kind of
Blended.
add to it. They just
They have
add
that creaminess, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. And the ones we put in it made it creamier on the consistency, but the ones we put on top of it gave it that real bump.
Yeah, sure
Real
did.
boost. And it also hides maybe some of the raw summer squash that people might have an aversion to. You know?
This would be a good summer
Oh, it's
Summer.
excellent, yes.
thing. Yeah.
And the thing about all this is it's as I say, if we eat more raw food in our body, in our lives,
Right.
oh my gosh, the cellular structure of the food or the body would just be so rewarded.
Just think about that when you're eating these things, that it's great raw food, that your body is just like having a spiritual or having a gastronomical jubilee.
I wish I had said that. That was a good one.
It is.
Now,
Yeah.
let me say this to you too. You don't have to eat all raw.
Okay.
It would be good if you ate more raw than cooked.
Okay.
So I always tell my clients, minimum of 60% raw, 40% cooked. Minimum. Now, if you want it, you can always put a few of those scallions on the top if you like.
Yeah.
When we come back and I do that muscle building salad that we're
Okay.
going to do, you
I look
will
forward to it.
just love it.
Great.
Yeah, we're going to have some hot plates in here for you,
Okay.
and it's all going to work out just
That
perfectly.
sounds wonderful. Well, you know what? This has been a great segment. It's just I never, you said tomato soup. I thought we'd have a hot plate and they cook it up like you do canned tomato, but this is a complete unique way of eating tomato soup.
Yes, and it's fast, easy, cheap.
It is.
Nutritious, makes you feel good.
That's it. So God bless you, and thank you again for just taking time out with us and learning how to make something new, something healthy, refreshing, and don't forget to, pass it along. If you make something, invite somebody over and say, "This is how I do," and they'll see how you do that, and you explain to them what you're doing and all that stuff, and you'll be eating healthy and living better and living, just feeling good. So God bless you. Keep us in your prayers at Gospel Channel, and thank you for all your donations and all your support and all your prayers. You really make this program what it is because of you, and we try to make this programming so you can enjoy not just just one side, but just a blend of things that we can do for you at the Gospel
Yeah,
Channel.
you see, without them, we wouldn't have a show.
No, we
And
wouldn't.
we're crazy nuts about what we do, and without you, we couldn't do this. So thanks for tuning in, And whatever we can do for you to be an adjunct to your health, we're happy to do.
And one thing about Wayne Pickering, he lives exactly what he talks about on this program. He lives it. Testimonies from friends, he just exactly lives everything he says.
Thank you.
So we're so proud of him for being on the Gospel Channel.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
Glad to
So
be
thank
here.
you very much. We love you. Keep us in your prayers. Remember, my email is gospelchanneluk@hotmail.com. Email me your prayer requests, comments, anything you need to tell. Maybe something you'd like to do on the show. Let me know, and we'll see what we can do about it. So God bless you. Next time we see you again, and Wayne Pickering, we'll see you next time.
Yes, we're going to come
back. And keep us in. You see him, you see us, you'll have a good time. God bless you.
Thank you.